All right. We are going to do some indexing tonight, and I am here with Daisy McComas, who's going to teach us how to do the indexing. Hi, Daisy.
Hi.
All right. Why don't you just walk us through how to do indexing? Tell us a little bit about what it is and how we get started with this.
So, indexing is basically a way that you can find your like relatives, or you can go further and you can help other people find records to extend their family tree, and find more sources for their family tree. How you start is, if you don't have an account, you can click create a free account, and it'll take you through some steps of how to create account. And then if you already have one, you can sign in. And I'm
Okay,
already
so we're on
signed.
the familysearch.com
Yes, we are on
or .org.
familysearch.org,
Okay.
and then you click sign in, and then you'll go to indexing up at the top, and it'll give you these four options. And what you're going to want to click is you're going to want to click web indexing, and then this will take you here, and it'll give you this option to click find batches. And then if you haven't ever indexed before, you're going to want to go to the beginner level. These are just easier records to read.
Okay.
And I guess this is the only one available right now. But this one is a census from 2008.
Okay, so you
And
just click on that document.
you're going to click on this document. And so there's different types of projects. Not all of them are censuses. Some of them are birth records, death records. Some of them are naturalization records. And then to see bigger, you're going to click this zoom in plus button up at the top, and it'll make it bigger. There's all of these other options at the top. You don't really need to worry about these. But they're just sort of to make and enhance things a little bit.
Okay.
This button right here will give handwriting examples. If you can't read a specific person's handwriting and you can't figure out a letter, this is a good tool to use. So what you're going to want to do is, so this one only has one picture. So you say, is it easy to recognize? Does it have all the information? Then you click yes, and then you'll click next. And then it'll take you to the entries, and this is where you find on the side, like on the paper, what the answers to these questions. Basically, you'll just fill it out like
Okay.
how it has it on there. And so sometimes if you can't find something, you'll click this question mark up at the top, and it'll give you specific instructions on how to find, on where that is on the paper. It'll give you some examples of where it is. So this says that this one, the county code is 03, and it'll tell you right here. But these are just examples of, and it'll tell you how to find it if you can't.
Gotcha.
And each of the boxes have a question mark next to them. Also, what's important to read is the project instructions, because this will tell you what you need to index. This will tell you what you should and shouldn't index, and it's important that you read the whole thing through, because sometimes if you index something wrong, then it might not get caught by another person, and it could mess up the record.
Okay. And that's because every time you index, somebody else comes in behind you and does the same indexing of that file to verify that you did it right before it gets submitted. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So people don't need to be worried that they're going to mess it up and it's permanent and they've wrecked it.
Yeah, because it goes through multiple people before it actually gets sent. And then it even gets read by Family Search, and they go over it another time to make sure that everything is really correct.
Great.
So yeah, that is basically when
So
you're
what do
and
I-
then
yeah,
when you're
what do I do when I'm
you're
done?
done. So this one has 15 entries because of the lines, but when you're done, you'll go all the way to the end, and then you'll click Submit Batch, and then it'll tell you. So if you leave one blank, so here, if you leave one blank, it'll give you, it checks it over and gives you a quality check. And if you leave something blank or it's not there, what you're gonna do instead of leaving it blank is you're gonna click Control B, and it'll go to the next one and say that it's blank.
Gotcha.
And
Control
then
B for blank.
and then if you this one, and then if you if you misspell something or something is like not written correctly, it'll also give you that as well. And then you can just click accept all of them, and then it'll tell you you're all good, and it'll publish.
And it submits the batch, and then what happens?
And then when you submit that batch, then you can go back, and it'll come up, it'll give you your totals, your number of indexes, and then you can do another one if you want to.
Great. Daisy, thank you so much for helping us with this. We're going to get right into this activity. Appreciate it. Everyone, happy indexing.